Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, we get into the Merry Calendars, guys, when it comes to TV dinners, guys. So we're doing Merry Calendars, rigatoni, bolognese, or bolognese? I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please let me know. I think it's bolognese bowl. So let's grab it and show it. Bam! There it is. Snap. So go ahead. Now it says that this is a rigatoni pasta with a slow simmered beef bolognese sauce. Now I saw the word plant-based at the bottom, and I was like, ooh. It turns out that it's not plant-based. The bowl that it's in is plant-based. So I guess it's biodegradable. But plant-based, I'm not trying to make my dinner a science experiment. There it is in the microwave safe bowl. And there it is. That's how it looks. It's like macaroni shells with chunks of meat, little meat pebbles, and red sauce. I hope the meat sauce isn't bologna meat sauce. That'd be so weird. Now let's go the directions like we do. Pretty simple. Put it in the microwave on high for 3.5 minutes. Now when they say on high, my microwave only has like one sitting. From where I know, you just hit the button and it goes doo, and it just starts. And then you stir and recover after 3.5 minutes, and then put it back in for another 1 to 2 minutes. You can take it out and enjoy. Handle carefully because it's hot. Why do they keep saying that? Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's get started. Okay, so here we go, guys. First out of the microwave, and steaming hot, boiling hot almost. I follow the directions to the letter, which means that I put it in for 3.5 minutes, took it out, stirred it up, put it back in for another 1.5 minutes. Fork now. Take a look at it. That's what it looks like, I guess. I don't like this bowl because it's really hard to rip this cellophane off, the film off, and it kind of like peeled off the glue that was on the edge. I don't like that. It smells, I don't know. I can tell there's tomatoes in here, you know. It's a tomato sauce. I can tell that. It smells like hot ketchup. To be honest, it smells like hot ketchup. Yes, that's the most accurate description I can give this. I don't really smell spices. I don't really smell like anything. I don't smell bologna. That's good. That's a good sign, right? Take those noodles. The macaroni noodles, or rigatoni they call it. Give it a taste. The noodles aren't bad. They're not chewy, like, you know, like sometimes. They don't taste like cardboard, like sometimes, you know. Maybe it tastes like maybe it could be like, you know, have been homemade at home, you know, like I bought some rigatoni and I boiled it here and, you know, put my little spices on it so that it sticks to the sauce sticks to the noodles adequately, and it does. Whoops, and they're not overly chewy. Dropping noodles everywhere. They're not overly chewy, which is a plus for me. I don't really see any meat. The meat sauce has these little balls in it. I don't know if that's like cheese, or I don't know, like Parmesan cheese or something like that. I don't know. But the meat sauce, or the meat sauce they call it, it tastes kind of like hot ketchup. You know what I'm saying? There are little pieces of meat. I think that's meat. I think that might be meat. I'm not sure. It was. Not bologna. It's like that like generic sausage, you know. I know. I usually like when I taste like a wannabe Italian dish like this. I would say that I think garlic bread and garlic and salt and pepper can like seasoned salt can liven up any bland dish. This is bland. Don't get me wrong. Don't be like, oh my god, I gotta try that rigatoni bolognese bowl. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it's not as bland as most TV dinners. So I would give it a little 7.5 for the first time. I go for a half. It's a little higher than a 7, but it's not an 8. You know, it's definitely not an 8. It's almost there, you know? It's not as bad as some of the Italian TV dinners I've tasted. So 7.5 would be a good, you know, representation for this dish. I have notes. Not as many notes as I would have normally. It does have a little bit more of a kick and spicy flavor to it than, maybe because it tastes like hot ketchup and ketchup has salt. I don't know. Maybe that's it. So that's my review, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today we're getting into some Canada Dry, guys, because they're coming at us with some black cherry wishneck. You know what I'm saying? I hope it doesn't choke on my tongue. I wish a neck would. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? So anyway, Canada Dry, bam, there it is. Black cherry wishneck. I have no idea what wishneck is. No idea. But we're gonna have to go ahead and twist that skirt like we do. Smells like Dr. Pepper. It really does. Are they like trying to skimp in on a little bit of the pepper? Or Mr. Pip? So let's grab it. Ice in the glass, like we do. And let's pour that. I know what grape soda or cherry soda tastes like, and we know what Dr. Pepper tastes like. We know what Mr. Pip tastes like. Now let's see if this black cherry wishneck tastes any different. Smells good though. There's a nice deep cherry smell to it. Let's give it a flavor. Taste. It's smooth. It does just like Dr. Pepper with a little bit more, you know? A little bit more of a deeper cherry flavor. And it's not as carbonated as a lot of the other beverages that I taste that really get on my nerve. It's a lot smoother, you know? I know it's funny you say that it's smooth when it comes to carbonation. That's kind of an oxymoron. It's like smooth carbonation. No. But it's not flat either. It's more... I can feel the bubbles, but once I start tasting it, it kind of calms everything down and it's smooth going down. Not like normal carbonation that kind of like punches and Hadoukens and Tatsumakis and Pyaku all the way down my throat, you know? Just beating everything up and just making me burp, you know, the whole time. No, this is actually good. I could drink like probably a whole can of this, you know? And most carbonated drinks, beverages, I cannot drink the whole can. I'll like pour enough to like cover the ice and then sip it and leave it there and just piss off everyone at the picnic or wherever I am. Man, he's over there just wasting cans of soda. Yeah, sorry guys. So anyway, I'll give this a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, yeah, it's surprisingly delicious and flavorful. And it doesn't really taste all chemically. I keep using this word, like, it doesn't taste like super high-end chemicals, you know, that you can't pronounce on the backs of those cans and stuff like that. So I approve. Yeah. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today we're getting into the Pillsbury game again. It's right, Pillsbury, like I call it, guys. So anyway, guys, what we're doing today is we're getting into the Christmas or the winter cookies. Okay, guys. So last time we did the reindeer, which is still snow, and now we're doing the actual snowman. So let's grab it. show it. Bam, there they are. So now you know, like we all know that these are the same kind of cookies that we had. They're sugar cake cookies. They're snowman shaped sugar cookies dough. So like I'm pretty sure I read the directions. Now there are 20 in here, which is the same amount in the last box. So let's open it. I'm really excited to bake some more cookies because those are so good. And there they are, uniform, the snowman. The design is a little bit bigger than the reindeer. Got a non-stick pan again right here. And we're going to do this on camera like we do, baby. So let's go ahead and let's keep the packaging right there. And come on, I can open this can up. I didn't preheat the oven, so this might take a little longer than I thought. So oven should be preheated to 350. Well, if you guys don't fit the time, I will, so. Now these were in the freezer, so they may take a little bit longer. Now these are a little bit smaller than the actual reindeer cookies. If you remember, the reindeer cookies were about the size of like a silver dollar, and these are about the size of a quarter. Thicker, but they're about the size of a quarter. Look how uniform and pretty that is. I like that. Okay. Okay, now let's go ahead and start placing them. Since they're smaller, and I'm pretty sure they won't, widen out too much. You can put these like a little bit closer. They're so soft. Remember how Frosty Snowman used to be like a happy birthday when you come out? I'm not spacing these out too far because I know that they won't expand very, very wide when they probably putting them about maybe a half an inch apart from each other. Yeah, about a half inch should be, that should be good enough, right? I have so many different custom snacks I'm going to be experimenting on with you guys because you guys are an excellent audience and you guys really came through with your opinions on the salted caramel Pillsbury cinnamon rolls. I really appreciate your opinions on those, guys. Somebody was like, "Ooh, I want some," which is very encouraging. Now these cookies, no, just like with the reindeer cookies, it says on the cover that you can eat them raw, but I've never really been a fan of eating raw cookie dough, so won't be doing that. I did bite the reindeer cookie dough. Wasn't a fan. It was really gritty. I mean, it didn't taste any different than other raw cookie dough. It's just that not really a fan of raw cookie dough here. Wow, with this half an inch space apart, we'll see in a few minutes or in a minute or so if my deciding to space these cookies only a quarter of an inch apart was a mistake on my part, or if it was good planning ahead. Gosh. Trying to get it as uniform as I could with the spacing and with the lining up of the cookies. I mean, it's not like the cookie would be ruined if they're like kind of like smushed into each other. I don't think they would be ruined. I just think they did just probably have a flat edge on one side. I mean, they did put 20 in this one, so I'm pretty sure that these cookies would not expand that much. And that's the whole thing, guys. How's that look? Nice and uniform. I have to pat myself in the back if I could reach if I didn't have this cookie goo in my hands. Now into the oven. There we go. All done. Looks like I probably should have spaced them out a little bit more. Look at that. I probably should have spaced them out a bit more because they are touching. But they still are, you know, they're not perfectly round because they're a little flat on the sides of the touch. But it looks pretty good though, right? Yeah. Merry Christmas to me. Not bad. Now time for the fun part, which is the taste. Not bad. Really thin. You can probably tell that the dye goes straight through these cutouts, straight through the cookie. So they're not just like surface level dye. It goes through the whole cookie, and like the parts where the dye is really crispy. You can explain that however you want, you know. But these are sugar cookies, so they're really tasty, and they're Pillsbury, so you know it doesn't fail, you know. And they're fun to do, you know. So I would give these snowman sugar cookies, I would give them a 8 out of 10. Yeah. 8 out of 10 is good. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today we're getting into another banquet TV dinner, guys. But today special because probably one of my favorite dishes, homemade favorite dishes. I can't say this is my favorite dish because I've never tasted this before. But what I'm saying is, guys, my favorite dish is spaghetti with meat sauce or with meatballs, and its cousin, lasagna, the much more complicated Italian dish. And so anyway, guys, today we're doing the TV dinner, which is Banquet's spaghetti and meatballs dinner. Bam, there it is. Oh. So we're going to try this out and see if it's a keeper or a sleeper. Okay, so when I mean my sleeper, I mean like, oh my God, I slept on this. So go ahead and this little too appetizing frozen. So we have the noodles over here, dry, looking dry, and then we have the sauce and the meatballs over there. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna follow the directions like we do, and get to eating. So it says I put it on the microwave for 3 minutes on high, stir, and then replace the film, and then microwave it again for another 2 minutes. That's crazy. So I'm just gonna do 5 minutes and then just stir like that. And then enjoy it because careful, it's hot. Why do they keep saying that? But, or me, I guess because there are some stupid people who just eat it right out of the microwave really fast. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this meal on, okay? Let's do it. Okay, so here we go. And it's hot. Now, I see why they said only to, you know, go ahead and put it in for 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes, and then stir it up, and then take it out, put it back in for another minute because it exploded in the microwave. Okay, so they give me four meatballs, and spaghetti noodles are all broken up, and they're breaking up really easily. It doesn't smell too unappetizing. It smells like, it doesn't smell unappetizing. It smells like it needs salt, pepper, you know, those normal things. Take a look. Nice and hot. Sauce isn't very red. First, let's try the noodles. Noodles. Okay. The noodles are very chewy, like overcooked noodles. They're not bad. It does have, you try to have a little bit of flavor, but not really. The sauce is bland. Not as bland as, like, say, high school food, but it is bland. The sauce is only there to keep the noodles from sticking to itself, you know? And now time for a meatball, which is we had banquet meatballs before, so this is like the same story. Lightly pigmented meatballs. Okay. Yep. Huge bowl of processed meat. Like I said, I like to judge them off of how they come and how they come out of the microwave. Not like if I can like dance it up a little bit. Because garlic, salt, and pepper would do this. We make it, like, you know, about an 8, you know. But right now, it's a 7. It's definitely a 7 again. Which I think is like what a lot of these TV dinner places really aim for. 7s. So, 7 out of 10 for this banquet meatball and spaghetti dinner. Okay? So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today. And I will taste you next time. Okay, so here we go, guys. First out of the microwave and steaming hot, boiling hot almost. I followed the directions to the letter, which means that I put it in for 3.5 minutes, took it out, stirred it up, put it back in for another 1.5 minutes. Fork now, take a look at it. That's what it looks like, I guess. I don't like this bowl because it's really hard to rip this cellophane off, the film off, and it kind of like peeled off the glue that was on the edge. I don't like that. It smells, I don't know. I can tell there's tomatoes in here, you know. It's a tomato sauce. I can tell that. It's like, it smells like hot ketchup. To be honest, it smells like hot ketchup. Yes. That's the most accurate description I can give this. I don't really smell spices. I don't really smell like anything. I don't smell bologna. That's good. That's a good sign, right? Talk about those noodles. The macaroni noodles. Or the rigatoni, they call it. Give it a taste. The noodles aren't bad. They're not chewy, like, you know, like sometimes. They don't taste like cardboard, like sometimes, you know. Maybe it tastes like maybe it could be like, you know, have been homemade at home, you know, like I bought some rigatoni and I boiled it here and, you know, put my little spices on it so that it sticks to the sauce sticks to the noodles adequately, and it does. Whoops, and they're not overly chewy. Dropping noodles everywhere. They're not overly chewy, which is a plus for me. I don't really see any meat. The meat sauce has these little balls in it. I don't know if that's like cheese or I don't know, like Parmesan cheese or something like that. I don't know. But the meat sauce, or the meat sauce they call it, it tastes kind of like hot ketchup. You know what I'm saying? There are little pieces of meat. I think that's meat. I think that might be meat. I'm not sure. It was. Not bologna. It's like that, like generic sausage, you know? I know that usually, like when I taste like a wannabe Italian dish like this, I would say that I think garlic bread and garlic and salt and pepper can, like, seasoned salt can liven up any bland dish. This is bland. Don't get me wrong. Don't be like, oh my God, I gotta try that rigatoni bolognese bowl. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it's not as bland as most TV dinners. So I would give it a little 7.5 for the first time. I go for a half. It's a little higher than a 7, but it's not an 8. You know, it's not definitely not an 8. It's almost there, you know? It's not as bad as some of the Italian TV dinners I've tasted. So 7.5 would be a good, you know, representation for this dish. I have notes. Not as many notes as I would have normally. It does have a little bit more of a kick and spicy flavor to it than, maybe because it like tastes like hot ketchup and ketchup has salt. I don't know. Maybe that's it. So that's my review, guys. I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today we get into the Pop-Tart game, guys, because Pop-Tarts is back with their cookie dough Pop-Tarts, guys. Let's grab it and we'll show it. Bam! There it is. Now, as you see on the label here, it says that it's back, which means that, like I've always suspected with Pop-Tarts, many of the Pop-Tart flavors, is that they're just recycling them from maybe years or even decades ago, because, you know, it's been around since forever, you know, so almost since cereal, you know. So let's open it up. Cookies and cream. Now, I wonder how big the cookie dough, I keep saying cookies and cream, but it's cookie dough. So I guess there's like lumps of cookie dough in there. It's chocolate chip cookie dough, okay? Gotta get that right. I don't want to get in trouble, you know, with those big Pop-Tart fans. Like, hey man, you forgot this chocolate chip. Sorry. So let's open her up and see what we got here. I'm really curious as to how they got the cookie dough in these things. The package looks about the same size. Now we're going to go ahead and slide one out. It's breaking on me. I don't know my own strength because they're like, everything's breaking when I take it out of the package now. There we go with the classic frosting on the top of Pop-Tarts. Same Pop-Tart smell with like a little bit of a faint chocolate smell. Now let's go ahead and bite it. The pastry part is like, almost like graham cracker, I want to say. It's not the usual pastry, you know. The frosting is like chocolate, you know. And that white is just dye. The cookie dough, it's not like with normal frosting. They like smash the cookie dough and just put it in there, you know? So it's like cookie dough is the inside. It's not like chunks like it was in ice, like how it is in ice cream, you know? It's like imagine taking a raw cookie dough, and just flatten it, and then put it inside of a Pop-Tart. However, it's a little bit smoother than normal cookie dough. Because you know normal cookie dough has a grainy taste to it, or like sandpaper. Because you like tasting all those sugar crystals and stuff like that. You don't get that. However, you do get that cookie flavor to it. Chocolate chip, not getting that at all. I can see like half this thing is gone and I haven't got any chocolate chips. I guess it says a chocolate frosting cookie dough. That would be more accurate, guys. 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's just, you know, a little bit more accurate towards the name. You know, if you had chocolate chips, I want to see some damn chocolate chips. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, we get into the Merry Calendars, guys, when it comes to TV dinners, guys. So we're doing Merry Calendars, rigatoni, bolognese, or bolognese? I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please let me know. I think it's bolognese bowl. So let's grab it and show it. Bam! There it is. Snap. So go ahead. Now it says that this is a rigatoni pasta with a slow simmered beef bolognese sauce. Now I saw the word plant-based at the bottom, and I was like, ooh. It turns out that it's not plant-based. The bowl that it's in is plant-based. So I guess it's biodegradable. But plant-based, I'm not trying to make my dinner a science experiment. There it is in the microwave safe bowl. And there it is. That's how it looks. Looks like macaroni shells with chunks of meat, little meat pebbles, and red sauce. I hope the meat sauce isn't bologna meat sauce. That'd be so weird. Now let's go the directions like we do. Pretty simple. Put it in the microwave on high for 3.5 minutes. Now when they say on high, my microwave only has like one setting. From where I know you just hit the button and it goes doo, and it just starts. And then you stir and recover after 3.5 minutes, and then put it back in for another 1 to 2 minutes. You can take it out and enjoy. Handle carefully because it's hot. Why do they keep saying that? Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's get started. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today we get on into the Christmas-themed cereals, guys. Whatever company is, holding that Christmas-themed cereal, I try to get it, and we're gonna try to trying to be tasting not 1, not 2, but 3 Christmas-themed cereals, guys. Starting with, he's a mean one. That's right, guys. So we're going with General Mills' Grinch cereal, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and lift it up. And there it is, the Grinch cereal. Of course, it's green with pink marshmallow hearts. That's a twist, because, his heart did grow. How many sizes? I can't remember. Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, we have green little balls with little marshmallow pink hearts. Let's give it a taste. I think if I remember on the box, it said it was supposed to be sugar cookie flavored. It's like a vanilla cereal, The marshmallows automatically do not smell any fruit flavor at all. So the marshmallows are like Lucky Charms, freeze dried, Still crunchy in milk. The Grinch cereal, I give that it's not bad. 7 out of 10. Yeah. Oh, that dye. Oh my gosh. Next we have that famous guy has his own cereal now. Weird. Elf on the Shelf cereal, guys. Let's grab it. We have little green stars and little red stars. I don't know why they went with stars for the elf. You would think that they would go with like little hats. Oh man, I don't know if my tummy can take all of this red and green dye today. So, still crispy in the cereal, in the milk. No marshmallows. Oh yeah, the little white marshmallows. I guess for like the little balls on top of the little elf hat, They got these little tiny marshmallows. I guess they're supposed to be like the representation of the center of that star. But these marshmallows are super tiny. Let's give it a taste. Again, sugar cookie flavored cereal. Okay, crunch, a little soggy, almost a little soggy, but it has almost like a generic cereal flavor to it. Kind of like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I mean, not the Cinnamon Toast, but it's kind of like the Grinch cereal. So the I keep saying Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but the Grinch cereal stayed crunchy. It's first. This one here is a little soggier. I'll give this a 7. 7 for the Elf on the Shelf cereal. Yeah. And now, last but not least, we have a twist on, I guess I gave it away earlier, Cinnamon Toast Crunch came up with a twist. So they have Sugar Cookie Toast Crunch. Cereal was grabbing. Now, I say it's a Christmas thing because on the cover, there's little Cinnamon Toast Crunch Flakes are in, they are in like a Christmas stocking. Smells like cinnamon. A whole lot of, you can see the powdered sugar on more so than like a regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So let's give it a bite. You can hear that. Still crispy, you know. Tasty, much sweeter than the normal Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Still got that cinnamon flavor. Really heavy sugar flavor and vanilla flavor. Got that graham cracker crunch to it too. Good. It's the best one. 9 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, 789. I think I might be pushing the sugar today. I'd like to thank you guys for watching today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today we're getting our bake on, guys. We're making my famous double layered Reese's brownies, guys. So we got to start off with the name on that. We have Reese's brownie mix. Bam, let's put it right there. And the double layer. So the top layer is going to be the Reese's, and the bottom layer is going to be Pillsbury or Pillsbury classic fudge brownies. Yeah, guys. So we're going to grab it. Now, since we're using 2 packages of the Pillsbury classic fudge brownies, we're gonna have to double up on the wet ingredients to go with the dry ingredients. Okay, so we'll go ahead and open this up. Now, like I said before, I like to experiment with desserts when it comes to Thanksgiving, which we know is later this week. So Uncle Michael gotta bring the pain, you know. Bring the pain and bring the diabetes, right? So everyone has special guests coming through, and so in my building, everyone's throwing their music up to like the highest they can go, and like the police are here every other freaking day because turn on the music, you come turn it down. Jeez. Got the dry ingredients. Might need a bigger bowl, but oh well. Okay, got all the dry ingredients here. So we doubled up. Instead of 2 tablespoons of water, we have 4 tablespoons of water. And instead of 1 egg, we have 2 eggs. And instead of like a 1/4 a cup of vegetable oil, we have 1/2 a cup. Pour in the wet ingredients. I didn't worry about stirring egg up too much because it was going to get stirred up in here anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it all by hand because my mixer keeps vanishing on me. It's so weird because I'm saying this twice because I messed up the first batch I did of this. That's a secret between me and you. Didn't seem to be mixing as well. It's getting everywhere. It's good exercise though. The dry ingredients are sticking to the sides. I think I have an idea as to who stole my electric mixer, but it's a part of the family that you can't really blame stuff on easily. Not without a lot of kickback. Okay, it's still a bit lumpy, so keep mixing, and then I'm gonna add it to my pan, my 9x9 pan with parchment inside, so I can lift it out and get my layer on. Now remember I said this is 2-layer brownies, so still pretty lumpy. Just want to make sure all the dry is gone. You don't gotta have it super smooth because I'm using my hand. I'll be here forever. But I just want to make sure that all the dry is gone, like from the bottom and sides. And it's not too smooth because you want to have a little lumpy. But just want to make everything is wet. That's the most important part. I'm sweating and stuff. Okay, so now it's good. It's well mixed. So now comes the fun part, which is pouring it into the pan. I watch a lot of baking shows, and I love watching the batter being poured into the pan. I don't know why. I just do. Make sure to get all that goodness out of there. And I've been preheating my oven to 365 degrees. That's very important, because you want to bake the baking time in half. Now this is going to go into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And for that, we're going to cut. Okay? And come back. There's a lot in here. I'm going to put this in the oven. And while it's in the oven, we're going to go ahead and start to mixing our Reese's. Is this Betty Crocker too? Yes, it is. This is Reese's Betty Crocker brownie mix. Awesome. Sweet. Now with this, you need 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and 3 tablespoons of water. Let's go ahead and put this in the oven and then get started on the Reese's mix. Let's go. While that's in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and mix the Betty Crocker Reese's brownie mix. Let's go ahead. Open her up. Now this says I have 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, 3 tablespoons of water, and 1 large egg. Now let's take a look at the contents. What's in here? Now it says that it's just 1 pouch of the brown goodness. Okay. Now it says that there are Reese's peanut butter chips in here. That's cool. I don't see any, but I don't see any. Oh well. Take our bowl. Doesn't matter if it's still brownie mixing it from the other one because it can be mixing it anyway. Now let's go ahead and pour down. Let's spill our mix. Trying not to spill our mix, and was poured in. Still not seeing any it doesn't really smell like Reese's. I mean, it does smell like peanut butter, but almost no chocolate smell to it. Let's get rid of all the chunks before we mix in our wet ingredients. I am feeling like hard chunks in here. I guess that's where the peanut butter chips are, because I guess they're just really, really well covered with the powder mix. I'm trying to make sure there are no big chunks of powder in here. Make sure the powder is like nicely broken up so it can mix really well. And have any surprises when we start to bake? Like, I just bit into a huge cache of brownie mix. Why didn't this cook? Because it's not wet. There's an awful lot of chips in here from what I can feel from the fork in here. Now it's time for the wet ingredients. It's always satisfying to do that. So many different songs playing at the same time in my place. Jeez. Guys, mixing. Now the peanut butter chips are starting to come a little more apparent. It's mixed up really good. For this Christmas, I should probably get a hand mixer for myself. That'd be a good gift for myself. Just making sure I get all the wet ingredients like I did last time, which is the most important part, getting all the wet ingredients in here because we don't want any surprises when we bite into this thing. That looks good. And now we have our 9x9 parchment paper pan. I'm going to go ahead and do the fun part again. We're going to go ahead, so much fudge on my fingers. Man. Go ahead and pour it out. That looks good. Really good. Liking that. Looks like I finished this a lot faster than I thought I would. So it's gonna be a little bit of a wait for the bottom layer to come into play. Make sure I get all those chips and we spread it out evenly. Spatula. Good, I got this thing because it's getting a lot stuck to the sides. Now that it's mixed, I can really smell the chocolate now, but before I couldn't. Before I could not smell the chocolate in the Reese's mix. But I'm pretty sure it'll be delicious. Now, how long do I put this in the oven for? Bake as directed below. So this is a 9x9 pan, so 32 to 35 minutes. Wow. Yikes. I got to just put this right in next to the other one. I'm pretty sure we'll get them mixed up because this one has like little peanut butter chips kind of sticking out the top. It smells awesome. Okay. I think that's good. So, a lot of dishes. So, let's get these two baked up, and then we're going to start with the layering of these cakes. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Okay, guys, we're back, and here we are with the Reese's brownie, and here is the Pillsbury brownie. The Pillsbury brownie, as I told you guys, we used 2, and the Reese's used 1, so they're about the right size and height. As you can see, the top is a little flaky. But remember, we're layering these things, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a little parchment paper, so we don't want to get our table like super califragilistic, it's the other dirty, you know? So, And go ahead and just flip it, bam, like that. That's hilarious. And peel off the parchment paper. Now the reason why we flipped it is because, I don't know why we flipped it, to be honest. I want to get at the bottom, because you know the bottom part of the brownie is usually the least desirable and the hardest. I want brownie to be all the way soft, all the way through. And pieces are coming off. Try to peel this off as easy as we can. Wow, the Pillsbury brownie, the bottom of the brownie is not as hard as I thought it would be. It's actually really soft. Shout out to Pillsbury. Way to go, guys. That bottom is not as hard and crusty as I thought it would be. Which is, well, this edge right here is crusty. Crusty edge. So, but that's what you expected with brownies, you know? And now, let's slide that one over. And all that brownie left. Now it's time for, where did I put the parchment paper? Put it over there, stupid. And now it's time for the Reese's. Slide this over just a bit. Yeah, the edges. I'm about to cut the edges off of this one. The Reese's, I can see that the bottom is not crusty either. I can feel it on the bottom here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut the very edges off of this one, the Pillsbury, because that is the crusty. I want my brownie to be soft through and through. So let's go ahead and slice that much off of the bottom. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, son. Yeah. Down there. Brownie sticks. And over here. Yep. Good again. And again, very good. That's 100% soft brownie right there. Bam, son. Like I said, this is the bottom. We're going to take another pan. Is it this pan or is it that one? I can't remember. I'm trying to think. I think this one. Yeah, so we're going to do, since it's really soft, we're going to gently pick it up and place it in another pan like that. If you can see it because of the camera, like that. Nice. And now we're going to do the same thing with the Reese's. We're going to slice it. We're going to flip this Reese's and peel off the parchment paper. As you can see, it's cracking and nice and easy. Ah, bam! Snap. And peel off the parchment paper. Oh, this is peeling off nicely. I can see the chips at the bottom. This is even softer than the Pillsbury. Way to go, Betty Crocker and Reese's. I think you can see some of my chips came off. Those are chips. Okay. The edges are a little crispy, but so I'm gonna take off maybe like 1/4 of an inch off the edge. Not as much as the Pillsbury, but still need to be shaved. Still needs to be shaved. And it's breaking easier because it's so soft. Yep, 1/4 of an inch. Yep, leaving all the only softness. Mm-hmm. And same thing over here. Only softness. Yep, baby. Just like that. And now time for the surprise middle layer part. Get that, let's slide over. Brownie bars over there. Okay guys, so here we are with our bottom layer of the awesome brownie. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take, that's right, we're gonna take the creamy Reese's. I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and made this nice and liquidy. So we're gonna take it. Damn right we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and, ooh, yeah, son, look at that. Get all around those edges. All the way to, swirl it all the way until we get to the middle. Not too watery because we don't want it to be slipping and sliding everywhere. Now after we put that Reese's peanut butter layer on top, we're gonna go ahead and throw this in the fridge for about I don't know, maybe an hour or two until the peanut butter is re-solidified, which is easier than spreading. Even sometimes when I'm making like multiple peanut butter sandwiches, I put the whole jar in the microwave for 30 seconds and just spread, and then put jelly on the other one, and then serve it like that. It is so good. Okay, so there we are with our peanut butter on brownie top. This is the middle layer, guys, and now we're going to go ahead and get this brownie. Now it's so nice. I wonder if I should just, like, just lay it down, because this top layer here is so soft. And it's breaking on me. It's breaking. That's what it be doing. Okay. Brownie is not working. It's breaking. Let's smash it together a little bit more. It's breaking. Maybe I had like some chopsticks or something like that. Might work easier if I lift it from this side. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. A little bit of parchment paper stuck. Oh, it's breaking. On the downside, we're going. But what if I do it this way? What if I slice into fours? That might work. Yeah, slice into fours. Because that's what we're going to be slicing it anyway, right? And let's put each down like a puzzle piece. Yeah, it's so soft it works. Let's put each corner down. The first corner goes down nicely. It stays. Hooray! Now time for the second corner. Goes down nicely. Hooray! I know you guys are getting tired of me commentating, but welcome to my world. And oops, got a little mess up right there with Turner. Ooh, that peanut butter is so slippery. That's okay. That's good. That looks so good. It smells awesome. For real. And lastly, the last corner. Sweetness. There we go. Now this is going into the, oh, I almost forgot. Last part. A little extra we have some Nutella. Okay, guys? And we're going to go ahead and you're dang right. And Put it down. Yep. Nutella does not melt as smoothly as peanut butter. Don't know why. Maybe because this is Nutella, it's like the generic version of Nutella. I couldn't find Nutella. Spread that on top. So thick, so chocolate, so much chocolate, so sweet. And as I said, I'm gonna put this in the freezer or the refrigerator for about an hour. Then slice it up, and then we're gonna judge it and see if it was worth all of this work. I'm noticing that it keeps moving, so I'm gonna have to get some placeholders to sit on here so that she doesn't move. There we go. Looks great. Okay, now it's time for the fridge. And out of the freezer, guys, there it is. My brownie surprise. Multi-layer brownie surprise. Let's take a little slice and check it out. Now, it was in the freezer, so it's a little stiff, which is okay. I don't want a big piece because I'm not trying to catch diabetes in 2025, 2026. Get that layering. Looks good. It's thick. Very thick and very rich. Now it's time for the taste. I can immediately taste the peanut butter chips. The brownie is seriously thick. Seriously thick. And the peanut butter in the middle, so smooth still. Warm, this would be dangerous. But it was in the freezer, so 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Flawless flavor. Just the texture that's a little thick, but it's super sweet. All right, thank you guys for watching today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, we're getting back into the gummy game, guys. And this time, we're coming with Vidal's Sour Kiwi Gummies, guys. Let's grab it. And it's green, so we're going to show it the graphic right here and show it. Bam! There it is. Oh, can you see that? I don't know. Okay, guys, so let's open it up and give it a taste. It smells kind of weird. When I say weird, it smells like plastic, you know? I don't think it's because of this plastic, but it just smells off, you know? It's, it has the sour crystals on it, those sugar crystals, you know, the sour crystals on it. And you can see it's green, or if you can't see because of my green screen, it has a white center. The little black dots, the little black seeds that the kiwi fruit have, you know, like done around the center. These don't have that, just a white blotch in the middle of a green gummy. Let's give it a taste. Sour, very sour. The off smell, it smells like plastic. Kind of still there, you know, that smell. Doesn't taste off, you know, it tastes sour. The actual gummy mouthfeel of it, not the best. Not the worst, but not the best. It's a little too chewy for my like. It as far as the kiwi flavor, the sour part of the kiwi is right. But as far as like the fruit flavor of kiwi, mildly there. It's mostly just sour gummy, you know? Just gummy and sour. That's the main part of it. A little sweetness. I'll say like 60% sour, 30% sweet. That 30 becomes way after the sour, it hits you hard. I'll buy this again? Probably not. I give these a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is a pretty good score for this, you know? They're not horrible. They're not great. You know what I'm saying? So, if you see these, grab them and let me know if we match. General people. Okay, guys. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today. And I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, Banquet's in the house, guys, with their chicken nugget dinner. That's right, guys. So let's grab it. I'm going to show it. Bam! There it is. Banquet chicken nugget with macaroni and cheese and some kind of brownie. So we're going to check this out. Now, it says that you're supposed to microwave this on the high for 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. Wow, from frozen dinner to hot and ready meal in 1.5 minutes. Man. So here we go. Oh, God. When I opened this, I was just like, oh. Oh, did you guys see that on my face? I know, I felt it. Is that the brownie? It looks like some kind of gravy. They give us 6 nuggets. And there you are. The nuggets, the macaroni and cheese. Is that supposed to be the brownie? It looks like a gravy or something like that. I don't know. I thought it was dipping sauce for the nuggets. But who knows? So, let's go ahead and wait a minute and a half to get this bad boy in the microwave and then in my belly. So guys, FYI, a minute and a half is not long enough. I took it out in a minute and a half on the dot and the macaroni was still brick form. Okay, so go ahead and open up and see what we got. And our mush over here turned into like cake. I guess that's how I guess you had to make the brownie. And so the nuggets don't look crispy, they look soggy. Okay, let's dig in. I'm like evaluating I'm like, okay, I'm gonna eat this. Here we go. I mean, it's Banquet, so I know they won't poison me on purpose, right? Let's start with the mac and cheese. Wait a minute. Is the mac and cheese still cold? I don't see any steam coming off of it. I mean, it's moving around fine enough, but I don't know. Macaroni and cheese is really watery. The macaroni noodles are super small. Check that out. Oops. Mac and cheese is still cold. Very cold. And like there's no flavor. It's just noodles and American cheese. Moving on. Mac and cheese, I give that a 3. It's edible, but now moving on to the brownie that you cannot pick up because it's actually a part of the container now. It smells fine. It's like that brownie in a cup you get, you know, the mix, you know, or you like take the mix and you put it in a mug and you put it in the microwave for like a minute or two, and then you have brownie. It's like this. It's chewy. How can it be spongy and chewy at the same time? It does taste like chocolate. It's not very appetizing. It's there. 4 out of 10 for the brownie. God. Now time for the main course, which is the chicken nuggets. 6 of them, they're stuck together. No sauce. It's just the nuggets by themselves. You see that? It's like soggy on the bottom with the watermarks or water damage. Not crispy at all. It's just cardboard nugget. Not time for it. Said it's real chicken and rib meat. Not time for is a taste. When I say cardboard, I didn't really mean it to taste like cardboard. Very, very, I don't know where they got the idea to say that it was real meat. I don't know. I don't know about that. Burger King nuggets are better than this. Oh my God. It's like ankle meat, you know? It's just, sauce wouldn't help this at all. The exterior is not even shake and bake. It's like sandpaper-esque. And like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel right in your mouth, you know? It feels kind of wrong, actually. It feels like, I don't know, like highly processed meat. Highly processed non-meat or meat imitation. 5 out of 10 for the nuggets. Oh my God, because they're edible and it kind of gives me nostalgia of back in school lunch and Board of Education slash the meal budget down to like, well, even the lunch edge can't even stand to smell that stuff. That's this right here. Overall, I get this banquet chicken nugget macaroni and cheese meal. 3 out of 10. That's the highest I can give it. 3, man. Like, I won't tell you not to get it, you know, because that's why I see these things on sale like dirt cheap. That's why. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, we're getting back into the cookie game, guys, with Benton's Monster Soft Baked Cookies. That's right, guys. Yes, let's grab it. And we're showing, bam, there they are now. I was in the store and I walked past these and I was like, soft baked monster cookies. The word monster is what caught me, you know, because you know what I think of when I think of monster cookies. So, and that guy, they actually weaned them off of cookies. They give them vegetables now. What in the Republican hell are you talking about, you know? So, I don't understand why that happened, but that's a whole other vlog for another whole day. But anyway, we're going to open these up. There's 10 soft-baked monster cookies in here. Now, if they were real monster cookies, they would be able to fit 10. We'll be able to get 10 in this bag, you know? So, anyway, let's open it up. Now, it looks like M&M-like candies are embedded in these cookies. And they say soft, so I want to see how soft, you know? Like I said, my interest was piqued by the name, not so much by the contents. So, I guess that kind of makes me a big kid, right? But, ooh, colors, you know? So anyway, pull it out. Uh-oh. They don't look very appetizing. They look like oatmeal cookies. They really look like oatmeal cookies because of how dark they are. And try to like not destroy the bag as I was pulling these things out. Making it look bad. Okay, we got a row out. There's one more row in here, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grab one. No, that just broke. They're really soft. It just broke. There we are. The cookie with M&M type candies, candy covered chocolate candies in there. As you can see, that's not really a monster cookie, but it is for like little kids, I guess. I guess they just needed something to paint different funny colors on the cover of the bag. Okay, it doesn't smell like oatmeal, but it does smell like a cookie. So let's give it a taste. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The consistency is off. Now, usually when you get a soft cookie, I'm not eating that. But usually when you get a soft cookie, you get a little chewiness in there, you know, and the overflowing of like chocolate or sugar cookie or bread, you know, whatever. You ever made cookies before? Have you ever made homemade cookies and you put too much flour in, or you put not enough baking soda in so that the cookie be nice and chewy, but not enough sugar at all so that they taste stale? Bam. Failure. 5 out of 10. They're barely edible, man. These things, other than the candy, M&M candy-like candies, which are only like 3 in a monster cookie only has 3. It's a failure. 5 out of 10, guys. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back! And today, we're eating bark today, guys. Reese's bark. Let's grab it. Bam! And Hershey's bark. Bam! So we're going to see which one of these is the best. Even if they're from technically the same company, so let's go ahead and open them up. Starting off with the Reese's bark, guys. Smells good, peanut buttery. Really small. Did I smash this open? I don't know. There we are. Mostly chocolate. Peanuts and Reese's Pieces in here. Chocolate's good. The pieces are really small. I call it bark just because it's brown. 8 out of 10. Next, let's go with the Hershey's bark, which has milk chocolate pieces with almonds and pretzels. Salted pretzels. Let's give it a try. Just about the same size. Piece with pumps in the bumper. That pretzel adds a little bit more something, you know, to it. 9 out of 10. So the winner is Hershey's bark. That's right, guys. Have you tried both of these? Which one is your favorite? Which one do you think is better? Reese's or the Hershey's bark? All right, thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, as we know, Thanksgiving is coming around the corner, guys, really fast. And so what I usually do for the holidays, I usually like to design my own Thanksgiving desserts and stuff like that. So therefore, in this year's creation, I'm going to be inviting you guys to watch me create. And what I'm using today, I'm going to Pillsbury with their cinnamon rolls. Yeah, but we're going to remix this though, guys. So we have the cinnamon rolls with real cinnamon. Bam! So let's grab our tin. And we're going to follow the wrong tin. So we're going to grab this tin. And we're going to go ahead and read the directions first. It says, it's really small. Wow. I'm not getting older. Preheat oven to 375. Doing that. Place in the room. 8 minutes until golden brown. 8 minutes? Wow. I mean, this does go in the fridge, not in the freezer. So I guess 8 minutes does something. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Now, the thing about these, they're just like biscuits where you got to press on one point on here and boom, it explodes. And then we place them in here. So let's go ahead and get to that boom part. There we go. It says start here, so that didn't work. So my kung fu isn't strong enough. Now, a couple of years ago, I actually learned how to make cheesecake, and it was a hit with the family, you know? And so, fam loved my cheesecake. They was like, ooh, nice. So I ended up like having to make it like 5 times. And that was fun. I didn't mind, you know, when you cook for family or bake for family, that really, this isn't working for me. What's going on? It said to start there, but then the little piece of paper just ripped off. So that's a pay. I'm going to have to use more invasive. There you go. You have penetration. This is not good. I'm not ruining these things. If you have the same problem at home, please let me know. I'm ruining these things. This is not going well with this video. Come on, baby. I'm not cutting the biscuits in half. Feels like I am. Okay, they're not really too bad. They're all right. I think we can do it as a team. So let's go ahead and start placing these. Now there's like there's cinnamon on here, and then it's like kind of like, you know, it's not powdered cinnamon. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like icing. It's like cinnamon with like it's like caked on there, you know. Hopefully these things get a lot bigger. I know they have like this is the regular size, and then they have the grands, which is much bigger. It's probably been too big for this container I have. Now, I said in the video that this is the remix. How am I going to remix this? Well, first we're going to start off with adding. Oh, there's is that same? That's it has its own frosting in here, as you can see. It has its own icing in there. Its own icing. Which is cool, but we're not going to be using that because this is a remix. It's alright, it's like vanilla. Let's start the remix, guys. First we have our walnuts. Yes, we're going to use, this is about a cup. So we're going to use this whole thing, but not right now. We're going to put these in here sparingly around. Yeah, make sure it's all in the crevices and everywhere, in the cracks and everywhere. Make sure that there's enough nuts. Perhaps just space them out a little bit more. I don't think they're gonna like grow that much, but I think they're gonna grow. Okay, so there we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 in here. And there we are with the nuts. And you can see the icing isn't like powdered icing. It's like, I mean, the cinnamon isn't like powdered cinnamon. It's like icing, like cake between each like biscuit like. Good thing we got our own cinnamon. Remember I said remix. Yeah, son. So let's go ahead and add our own fresh cinnamon. Real ground cinnamon. This is not cinnamon sugar, which is, you know, not the good stuff. And so we're going to make sure we cover that nicely. So when it bakes, it has a great smell to it, cinnamon smell to it. Mwah. So now we're going to go ahead and throw this in the oven. Let's go. Here it is, guys, and it definitely looks good. There it is. the cinnamon all brown. Now time for my remix, okay guys? Now what I did was I went straight to Pillsbury and I picked up their salted caramel icing. Yeah, so we have it here. We warmed it up in the microwave so that it's nice and liquidy. So we have it here. And let's go ahead and put it over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to, it's nice and hot. It gets nice and hot right here. You can see it's really good. Nice and hot. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, ooh, all over here. Yeah, baby, like that. That looks good, man. Nice and heavy. That cinnamon really put a great smell on this, even though the cinnamon in here was already good when I was putting it in this pan. And now, ooh, man, that looks great. And now we got it nice and covered. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the fridge. But first, the last of the nuts. We're going nuts, son. Yeah, that looks good. That looks great. We have a cup of nuts. As we know, the walnuts are good for men, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know about the sugar. It may counteract with the sugar. We can put the last bit of this icing over those walnuts so that it adheres to the cinnamon rolls. And we're going to put this in the fridge and let everything settle. And then we're going to have a piece. It's a lot of icing. And a bit more cinnamon. Not as much because we already put a lot on here. If you do know, cinnamon is great for you. There's a few decorative dashes of cinnamon on here. Yeah, ground cinnamon, not sugar cinnamon, because there's a huge difference between that. Okay, we're going to sit in the fridge, and then we're going to go ahead and get us a slice. Let's go. And I'm back, and here it is, nice and set in the fridge for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, I didn't want to, like, you know, totally freeze, but let's give it a cut. It smells great, man. My festive plate. That. Don't have a fork, but you know, just use my fingers. Nice and warm. Now time for Zibite. Damn, that's good. The texture of the dough and the cinnamon inside gives an airy aroma, and it matches like your favorite, like say like an apple cinnamon donut. And then the sweetness of the salted caramel and the crunch of the walnuts. You know, I know I had a huge hand in this, making this. 10 out of 10 for me, you know what I'm saying? Way to go, Malcolm. Anyway, guys, if you experiment at home and do this as well, please let me know. And let me know what you think, guys. And so, I'd like to thank you guys for watching me today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, we're getting back into some TV dinners, guys. I'm talking about banquet mega bowls. Oh, now these are a go-to for some people who are really hungry in those little bitty TV dinners. Don't do it. So, we're looking at 24 grams of protein in this meal. Okay, guys? Meal, so it's not just a little snack, it's an actual meal. So let's go ahead and grab it. and show it. Bam, there it is. Mega bowls, yes. So now this is like, other than they being like sectioned off like most TV dinners, like, you know, corn, potatoes, carrots, and then like the main course, which is like usually like some type of meat. This is all in one bowl, you know. So now this is called the Dynamite Penne with meatballs. Now, penne is spelled P-E-N-N-E. I don't know why, and I don't know what that means. So if you do, please let me know down below. But this whole thing is only 590 calories. So a lot of us who are on diets and, like, you know, watching their calories, this will probably knock you out for one meal, you know, and hold you out throughout the day. So let's go ahead and open up and see what it looks like before we put it in the microwave. Yes, it is microwavable. I can put it in the oven or I can microwave it. That's crazy. So I put it in the microwave. Put it in the microwave on high for 4.5 minutes. That's cool. That's not bad. And then you're supposed to stir and replace the film. That's weird. Why would I put the film back on there? And then microwave it for an additional 2.5 minutes. So that's really weird. So 7 minutes total. Then check that if it's cooked thoroughly to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Careful, it's hot. They have to put that because that's where we are now as a society. So now if you do it in a conventional oven, which I don't know why you would put this in a conventional oven, this is weird. It says do not remove the film. You would think that it'll melt in a conventional oven. Cook on a baking sheet. Put it in the center of the oven for 45 to 60 minutes. So this thing, 45 to 60 minutes compared to 7 minutes in the microwave. Hopefully you got a microwave, guys. And then, of course, wait till it's 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Sorry, guys. And let it stand for 2 minutes. Stir and enjoy. So let's take it out of this box and shake it out. Oh, got that ripcord. I like. That's always good. And microwave safe bowl, and like you can see, it's like sectioned off like it's like it went like the sauce and stuff in a bowl full of frozen noodles. They just come and put the sauce in there, and then they froze dry it, and then put this film on top. That's what it looks like to me. You know, you got to stir because it's all on one side. So hopefully everything isn't like just burn on this one side in the microwave or in the oven. So it says 7 minutes. So 4.5 minutes. Then take it out and stir it up, and then put it back in for another 2.5 minutes. Let's do that. We'll be right back. Okay, see? Here we go. Now I can tell that this needs pepper or salt. Take a look. See, heat burns off. We've got 2, 4, 6, 7 meatballs. Pretty sure that's where all the protein came from. Then we have some sauce. And I don't know what kind of noodles these are. It's not very fragrant, you know, like, it's just kind of like, you know, like generic meatballs and like generic sauce and noodles. You know, like ramen noodles smell before you put the packet in? It smells like. With a little bit of like really, really cheap oregano or whatever like that. I can tell by looking at this that it needs a little salt and pepper. Just by looking at it. The sauce is trying to be a little creamy. It's not watery, which is good. Let's try the noodles first. Look at the noodles. Not bad. Just like I thought, the sauce, I wouldn't say it's super bland, but of course it's not very, you know, like spicy. It is a little spicy, but it's like a little flavorful. Not as flavorful like as like when you go to a restaurant or like when you season your own food. I think they just kind of like left it in the middle of the road. So it's not too spicy, it's not too seasoned. so you can make your own, whatever. But you know, we judge things as they come. The sauce is nice and creamy, a little spicy. Now time for a meatball, 1 of 7. Itadakimasu. Not bad. The mouthfeel of the meatball isn't bad. And the texture of it isn't bad. It's not as good as like a meatball you made, like a burger that you made, you know. It still lacks that seasoning. The sauce gives a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor, but the meatball isn't a total loss. So overall, I give this dish, this mega meal dish, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's average at best, you know. Like you put your seasoning, like your pepper, your salt, garlic, needs garlic bread. It should be a lot better with garlic bread. I think you could probably knock it up a notch, you know. Maybe that's what it has potential for an 8, but right now, as it is, 7. Butt naked, just flat out, just a 7. You need higher than that, you probably don't know what flavor tastes like anyway. So, I'd like to thank you guys for watching today, and I will taste you next time. Hello, my friends, and welcome back. And today, we get back into the Andy's chocolate game, guys, because as we know, mint chocolate is one of my favorites, you know, like an ice cream, like it alone. But anyway it goes, bottom line, I likes it, yeah. So, today we're going into a version of Andy's chocolate that I have not tasted yet. What I'm talking about, guys, I'm talking about Andy's Chocolate's Cherry Jubilee. Yes, let's grab it and let's show it. Bam, there it is. Oh, yeah. I saw these, and because it's Christmas, I think they're out because it's Christmas, you know, because, you know, the original Andy's chocolate, which is mint, is green, and they have that, and then they have the red, which are the Christmas colors. Red and green together, you know, making that Christmas magic. So I guess a lot of people have like, you know, these and the green ones together, you know, or they have like whatever going on to make their little candy bowl a little bit more Christmassy. Is that a word? I think it is. I'd say it is. So, as soon as I open this, I can smell cherry, maraschino cherries. Not the cheap chemical cherries, but maraschino cherries, that's what these smell like. Nice little package, just like the mint chocolate ones. So far, I'm thinking this is going to be just as dazzling as the mint, minus the mint. I'm still going to give it a try though, you know. Even though I love the mint. Ooh, look at that, nice, smooth chocolate looking. Looks the same, except it has a red stripe down it instead of, you know, the green stripe for the mint. The chocolate smell and that mint, you know those mint, you know those cherry cordials? It smells like that. Good and delicious. The chocolate smells very fragrant and rich. And the cherries don't smell cheap or chemically, you know, like a chemical smell to it. It smells good. It smells like maraschino cherries. Let's go for it. Zibite. Yes, you heard that. Yes, this was in the fridge. Not the freezer, the fridge, because it's chocolate. I don't want it melting all over my fingers during this review. Airy cherry and chocolate. It smells great. As I bite into it and I can chew it up. Smooth ride. Both the cherry and the chocolate. Smooth. Very smooth. Which this probably describes my poop if I keep eating these, okay? That's gross. So anyway, thanks for sticking with me. So if you're still here, Andy's Chocolate Cherry Jubilee, 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 because it's not mint, but you can still be mint and cherry, right? I love the mint better. The mint is perfect to me. It's like a perfect mint chocolate treat. This is good. Few notes on it, on the Cherry Jubilee. Still good. I'm still a big fan of Andy's Chocolate, guys. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching today, and I will taste you Next time.